Is the state of rap doomed? So I'm scrolling down my Instagram, which is the Almonte Films. Y'all can follow me there if y'all want to send me any more videos to react to. I stumbled upon this post from Nexus, one of my favorite meme pages. Damn, the state of rap is 2019. We need to go back to the basics because it's obvious these rappers don't give a fuck about the music. The caption goes, shaking my head, bro. Watching this video made me mad as hell. This is the people we making famous? Nah, bro. Whatever happened to loving what you make? Damn, I sound like an old head. What y'all think? Y'all agree or nah?
Did you ever write though poetry or anything nothing associated?
Nothing at all. Not even.
What the hell made you wake up?
I don't even like music. I don't care about that.
Don't say that.
I don't.
That's crazy.
Nah, keep all of that.
No. So you.
I don't like performing. I don't like rapping. I don't give a fuck about none of it. I did this shit for money. I got money now. I ain't got no excuse to do this shit no more. You hear me? You just capping.
I like to make money. I don't really give a fuck about being lyrical. I don't give a fuck about this and that. If that shit don't work for me, I don't care. I like to make shit that's gonna make me fucking money. I like to make shit that's gonna climb me on the charts. Like, that's what I want. I want to be up top of the charts. I want to make money. I don't care about none of that shit. I know so many lyrical people.
Did you ever write though
That's crazy because I knew Blueface was a football player before this. Somebody that literally blew up out of nowhere. Like, all of these huge industry heads, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, was making these remixes to this Bust Down Tatiana song. And I'm like, damn, what is so special about this song that all of these artists really want to hop on this song? Like, is it like they choose this one industry plant and say, hey, let's all remix this one guy's song and all make money off of it? Like, how does that even work? Like, I was kind of just baffled as to why they chose Bust Down Tatiana out of all the new wave of rappers that have catchy songs and have been making catchy music for a long time. Here, this interview, he's just like, he's never written a rap. Like, he's never like been into hip hop or rap or poetry or nothing like that. People could sit there and say, oh, well, he's a comedian, he's trolling, this and that. To be honest with you, I don't think he's trolling. Like, and even if he was, there's so many other people that truly do believe this. Like, the next two clips after that, I don't even know who that next guy is, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like there's this new hot rapper every week that's just on and then is not on. I can understand why Cardi B came off the way she did. I don't know the full context of what interview that was. She said she doesn't care about being lyrical. She didn't necessarily say that she don't care about hip hop or that she don't care about music. She said she don't care about being lyrical. Now, I can understand a lot of old heads are always on top of people in the game now saying, oh, but it's not lyrical, it's not real hip-hop, they're not really saying nothing clever, they're not, you know, they're just making these turn-up records. But at the end of the day, what about all of the rappers back in the day that was making turn-up records? People think that the 90s was so wavy for hip-hop because we look back and we only see the popular good rappers that really like made their mark. But back in the 90s, there were a lot of smaller artists too that made their hit records and disappeared. You know, that they were one-hit wonders. Like, there was plenty of dudes that made summer jams that was popping for 2 seconds, but, you know, they didn't really make their mark on hip-hop enough for people to care about them 10 years later, which is kind of what's going to happen with these new wave of rappers too. Like, every week, especially in this age of social media, you're going to have, you know, a new rapper making this crazy ass turn up record, and in 10 years, like, nobody will care, to be honest. Like, people will probably play it at a barbecue here and there, if that even. So it's annoying when like old heads or people that enjoy 90s hip hop act like the 90s was this golden era of hip hop that didn't have trash music or didn't have turn up music that like that every song had substance to it. I can understand why it might be frustrating for artists like Cardi B to have all this pressure on her from people saying, oh, you're not real hip hop, you're not this, you're not that, or you're not lyrical, especially comparing her to a more lyrical rapper like Nicki Minaj. But the whole, oh, I only do this for money, I don't care, I just do it what makes me money, I feel like that's just disrespectful. Like, I feel like that's mad unnecessary. I feel like it's disrespectful for that second rapper to be saying like, oh, I don't give a fuck about none of this, I don't care about music, I hate perform. I think it's mad disrespectful for people like Blueface to show up and be like, I don't even like music. It's one thing if you're like Lil Yachty, where he says like, I'm just having fun. You know, I don't really listen to like old school 90s or Tupac songs like that. I'm having my fun and I'm expressing myself through hip hop. Like, what's so bad about that? I don't have to be the nicest rapper alive. Like, I'm just having my fun, and money is coming along in the process. Like, there's no issue with that. What I take issue with is somebody saying they don't give a fuck about music, they don't like music, they don't care about hip hop. That's just trash, bro. Like, that's mad unnecessary. Like, to sit there and say like, oh, I don't care about none of this lyrical shit, I don't care about that, all I care about is money. It's like you disrespecting, and that's a slap in the face to all of the rappers that came before you that did care about the art, that did care about actually putting substance in their music, and they created the culture that is lucrative enough for you to be making your bread now off of your bullshit raps. And I feel like we live in an era right now, Daylight said it, that the fans have become the rappers. Like, there's no fans no more. Like, you know, it's social media and SoundCloud and social media and the internet is this beautiful thing that gives everyone the opportunity to be a creator, to be heard. But then you have people that leech off of hip hop. Like, hip hop is popular, big, money making machine for the world right now, especially for America. Like, everybody wants to hop on hip hop. You know, when you got Jake Paul and Logan Paul and all these other YouTubers making like these disses and these rap battles and all of this shit, and they make millions of views, they know. You know, these are people that don't give a shit about hip hop. They don't really care about rap. They just appropriating this shit to make their bread and move on. Like, they don't really care. You feel me? And I think that that's super trash. Like, that people will actually go up and say it out loud that they don't care, that they just want to make money. And all they care about is money. Like, hip hop is really just being used by everybody. Like, not even just, you know, obviously there's a racial inclination to when white people do it, but it's like black people do it too. Like, they don't give a fuck about the genre. Like, don't even care about the art. Don't even care about the state of hip hop or how we look as a community or how we look when hip hop is like the thing that is seen as black culture. People that don't care, you know, like, they'll go up there and talk about popping pills and drugs and glorify, you know, suicidal thoughts. Say all of this crazy shit in a rap because they know that it'll make them money. They know that that's what's popping, that's the easiest way to make money. They just start making this bullshit ass music. Nobody cares. Like, truly nobody cares. And I understand that back in the day they were still whack rappers too, but it's different now. Like, this generation really is super different from the last in the sense that we have social media, which changes everything. Social media has changed so much. Like, social media has really impacted hip hop and media in general. Like, thinking about how somebody like DJ Academics could go from making these commentary videos in his home to making thousands of dollars off of videos just talking about his opinion, and then wind up on Complex and wind up, you know, an actual like hip hop name that people know. And so I feel like instead of hip hop being appreciated, I feel like it's just being degraded. Like, people really think it's a piece of shit. Like, even when Post Malone said that, oh, don't go to hip hop to talk about real shit. You know what I'm saying? You go to hip hop to turn up. That's just garbage. Like, that's just a blatant ignorance to how hip hop was political and hip hop is revolutionary. Like, how hip hop was a voice for the underprivileged. And people out here just saying, oh, well, now it's just this commodified thing, this commercialized thing, to just make as much money as possible from the masses and just move on. The same way Miley Cyrus did when she had her little phase in hip hop. I truly think it's sad because I think that there is a space for turn up hip hop. I think that, you know, talking about drugs and gang violence and stuff like that, that is part of the story. That's part of our story of hip hop. Like, people do live those lives. Like, things like that do happen, and so they should be talked about. You know, turning up in the club and saying "Bust Down Tatiana," like, yeah, that's part of it. Like, even if I personally think the shit is whack, like, that's part of life. Like, shorties really be busting down, you know what I'm saying? And people relate to the song. Like, it's Bust Down Tatiana. Like, it's just a turn up song. Like, and I feel that there is a space for that in hip hop. There's always room in hip hop for turn up music, for music that's to be taken lightheartedly. What there's not space for is the blatant disrespect toward other people that actually care about the craft. What there's not space for is the disrespect and disregard for the culture of hip hop, and going up and really saying, I don't really give a shit about music. I'm just here, and I was basically just fucking handed this shit on some industry plan shit. That's corny. Did y'all find what they said disrespectful? Or did you think they was just keeping it a buck and keeping it real, like that this is just their side hustle? Do you think that there was nothing wrong with it because, you know, maybe they have their main thing and rap is just their little side thing they want to do? Comment down your thoughts below. It was Almonte, Eastside Harlem repping. Almonte out.
Sometimes I don't even wanna wake up. I don't even wanna wake up. I don't even wanna